What's cracking, everybody? How is it going on this? Oh, hell, I don't even know what day it is. I've been unemployed for over a month now, and these days are just starting to blend in. Today's Wednesday? See, I thought it was like Thursday or something. What in the hell? Okay, what's up, everybody? How are you doing on this fine Wednesday? Well, I'm recording this in the morning. Whatever. Anyway, how's everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing great. Coronavirus can suck my balls. For real? Seriously? Alright, so I wanted to expand. I wanted to expand a little bit on what I've actually been doing and some of the things that have been going on and why all of a sudden am I uploading videos back to YouTube. Okay, so I just kind of got bored with it, honestly. I stopped doing the capture card. I went through a lot of stuff as far as my job goes, so I did like kind of a career change. Not a career change, but and ended up not panning out because they started laying everyone off because of COVID. So myself included, and then half the crew, if not more than half, we all got laid off, and that was pretty much the end of the story. That was a month ago, as of so the 26th of June is when I got laid off. And so I just kind of been sitting here. And so me and a good buddy of mine, we were talking about something, and then we pulled up my YouTube channel and started looking at how I started. So if you're new here or if you followed me before or what have you, I'm going to talk a little bit about my channel. I still remember many years ago when I started my account, it was just kind of like, oh yeah, I need a YouTube account so I can save videos and blah, blah, blah. Me and another friend of mine were doing something stupid. We had recorded some gameplay of something or another. We were just goofing around, and we put it on YouTube. And at the time, we thought it was funny because in one night we had like 70 views, and we thought that was like the greatest thing ever. Like, we were just so ecstatic. Like, oh, 70 people actually watched this, and like one like. We thought that was the coolest thing in the world. So I think the first video on my channel is we burned a Guitar Hero controller in a big thing of like pine needles or something. I don't remember what it was. And again, we just thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And then I started to kind of branch off. I started doing some gaming stuff. I did a few short videos here and there. And then after a while, I got a decent camcorder. Started going to, well, my first camcorder was not that great, and then I got another one eventually. I started going to concerts, recorded those, and those seemed to be successful. Got a lot of comments. A lot of people really seemed to enjoy those, and then I just did some other stuff along the way with guns. Of course, the gun stuff is kind of hard. I've mentioned that in my previous video already. And so I just kind of went from there and was making videos ever since. I finally got around to getting a decent capture card, and ever since I started playing online in Halo 2 back in, I forget what year it was 2001, I think? Whenever it was out. I would always see, when YouTube, I think, was still kind of growing, and you saw the montages that people did. Granted, there was not a lot of them, but I just thought that was the most interesting thing in the world, so I wanted to do that. So after a while, I did some montages, and of course, just some other random stuff that I did on my channel. And it just made me think, it's like, man, I remember how much fun that I actually used to have doing this. But why? And I look back, why did I abandon my channel? And there was actually another period where I was gone for 2 straight years. And this time I was gone for just 1 year. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, what have I been doing? What happened to me? Now, really, honestly, guys, I mean, the short answer is, yeah, life got in the way. The job I was at pretty much took up the majority of my time. We went to gun shows. It was only 4 times a year, but trying to have a social life on top of that, I plain didn't have the time. And, of course, in 2020, the way things have gotten, it's just kind of, life is definitely different. And if you watch my quote channels, one of my quotes that I have on there, I'm still not even really sure who originally said it. I heard it off of South Park. I'm sure at some point or another in history someone else said it. I don't really know. But anyway, it's that if there's anything in life that doesn't change, is that things change. And there's a reason I put that one in there, because it's very true. Things just change, and so, sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better. So for the train wreck that 2020 is, me being laid off, it's actually giving me time to do this. So, and also I want to mention too, my good buddy Schmitty. I'll leave a link to his channel. Not sure if he's still really doing a whole lot of videos on YouTube, but I'm about to get more into that. He was using the blue snowball, and that's actually what I'm using right now. So thank you for letting me borrow this. So far it's working out good. I'm still getting used to it, but I'm going to be using this for the time being. Also enables me to talk during the gameplay, so we're going to try to do some more Apex videos, and yeah, we'll see what happens there. So another reason why I was gone for a whole year, okay, don't judge too harshly now, but I did get on TikTok for a little while. Now, I hated it first, and then I was like, it's kind of cool. But I do want to say it is a lot easier to get views and likes on TikTok, because the way the algorithm works and just its overall setup. One of the things that I realized that's the biggest difference between YouTube and TikTok is that, say I make a video about cooking, on YouTube, nobody's going to see it. It's only going to be the person that's like, I need to look up a cooking video, and they might come across your channel, and, they might happen to click on it. So difference with TikTok, I can do a short video on anything, whether if it's guns, shoes, cooking, video games, whatever. There's a high probability that on the For You page that someone's going to see it regardless of what their interests are. Now, in my experimentation, I have noticed that the more videos that you like and respond to, you are more likely to see more of those, between... so, for example, it's going to be a little embarrassing, but, just bear with me here. So, like on mine, for example, a lot of the female models that I would follow, or like if I would see more female models. And yeah, I know most of them are just the ones who sit and dance to a repetitive song, but bear with me. I would see that more constantly. So obviously for my mom, for example, anytime there's like, a fireman or like a police officer or whatever that basically does the same thing, and it responds to her, because she never sees the type of videos that I see. Like, I never see, girls dancing around in bikinis or whatever. She sees the guys. And I can't sit here and explain to you the algorithm, but I'm pretty sure that they know what they're doing in that aspect. But anyway, so you can still upload, just whatever, even if it has nothing to do with anything, like a joke or random skits or whatever. People are more likely to see it and respond to it. So I kind of got hooked on that for a little while, but of course, everything is subject to politics these days. And I know TikTok is under fire right now, but I'm not going to get into any of that. So I kind of put it down for right now, and after realizing, it's like, dang, I realize how much I miss doing YouTube, and that's just for the fun of it. I'm not going to let YouTube become my job. I'm always in a constant argument with myself, because I want to kind of do it, but at the same time, over the years, I have listened and watched YouTube rise and fall, and there's countless YouTubers that I used to subscribe to and used to always watch, and sometimes they would complain about what was going on, and they would tell you more about inside what was happening. And honestly, it just got ridiculous, and I'm like, nah, I'm never gonna put up with that. I don't have the patience for that, and I'm not about that life. So, so for the time being, this is just gonna be fun. I guess I could always try to establish a fan base anyway, but it would strictly... I still want this to be a firearms channel. That's probably... I'm not trying to be negative, but honestly, I don't think it's ever going to happen, because with COVID the way it is, and all the politics and all the bull crap, people... I can't get any guns. That's just plain and simple. I can't get guns, and I can't get ammo, so there's no point in shooting. So it just kind of hinders me. It's like, there's nothing I can do. So... thanks, COVID. You've ruined yet another aspect of my life, everybody's life, that you're just ruining everyone. By the way, so apparently there is a microphone shortage. So that's how the subject came up, and I mentioned the whole mic thing to Schmitty and my friends. And so again, thank you. He was nice enough to let me borrow this. But seriously, I went to Target. I refused to go to Walmart, but Best Buy, Office Depot, and there's one other store that I went to. Nobody has any microphones. Not a single one was in stock. And I'm like, okay, I mean, what the hell, man? It's a microphone. Who the hell? These things have been in stock for years. There's never been a time that I went to Best Buy and these things weren't on the damn shelves. What the hell? A friend of mine pointed out, it's like, well, since everyone's quarantined, what better time to sit at home and talk to yourself in front of a microphone, or talk to the microphone, than it is now. There's more people staying at home. There's more people on YouTube, and they have the same idea that you do. So I guess that's a valid point. It kind of pisses me off because it's like, really, again, I just want to do something on my own, but it is so frustrating. So anyway, so yeah, my friend Schmitty also was doing TikTok. He's still doing TikTok as well. We're kind of discussing about what direction we're going to go with that. I'm trying to talk him into getting back on YouTube as well. We really want to do some collaborations. I mentioned, somebody asked me about what I had mentioned in my last video about the hot ones. So me and a group of friends, we were talking about doing not the hot ones challenge, but kind of more or less the same thing. They have like a little $30 pack on Amazon. It starts out at like 300 whatever, or Scovilles on the Scoville scale. I don't know how that crap works. And then it has a Carolina Reaper as the last one. So we were talking about getting together and recording a video of us doing that and possibly dying. We're still working out the details, and we haven't ordered the hot sauce just yet. So we're still working that out. And again, I don't have a video camera, so I don't know how we're going to do it. I'm trying to see if one of these guys will have one, or we can, or if I can bum one off of them, that'd be great, because I still need a camera. Also, somebody asked me what happened to my old camera. I had a Sony 1080p camera. It's actually the charger. As far as I know, the camera still works, but I cannot find the charger to save my ever-loving life. I can't. The charger. I can't. I don't know where it is. It just disappeared one day, and it's been missing for like almost 2 years now. No, it's a lot. It's been about since the last time I uploaded a video, and that was another reason I haven't done anything, is because I lost the damn charger. So, anywho. Let me see. I'm trying to think of anything else I'm forgetting. That's really about it. I can't remember. I think the last time I have been shooting was, well, when I recorded the video, that was the last time I shot, but I did go to the range with a few friends a couple of times here and there, but we didn't stay long because of the shortage of ammo. And it was more just to test a couple of firearms to make sure that they were working. And then I shot a few of mine just since I was already there. So, other than that, that's a little bit more in depth about what I've been doing. So as far as work goes, I was only there for about 9 months before I got laid off. So I'm just kind of living right now, getting caught up on chores and bills and housework and all that stuff for the time being. But last thing I think I'm going to talk about here, I know I've been going on, and I'm coming up on about 15 minutes here, so I'll try to cut it off after this one. Last thing that I wanted to talk about was my username. So I've mentioned this before in previous videos on my channel. I have changed the name of it several times, because when I first started, it was just like Razor or something, and that was the same name as my gamer tag for Xbox, and that was just what I was using because at the time I was just wanting to do a gaming channel and guns here on the side. Well, obviously that didn't end up working, and I wanted to try to do something like strictly for YouTube. And I explained in one of my last videos that I was it Hellraiser or Razorblade or something was my gamer tag back then. So I was like, well, what fits with Razor? And then I thought of Razor Sharp, and I'm like, oh, let's do Razor Sharp Productions. So I was Razor Sharp Productions for the longest time. Some of my more recent videos are still with that tag. But here became the problem was that there was some other idiot that had, it was Razor something Productions, but his name was very, very similar to mine. And every time you typed in my channel name, well, this idiot came up first. And that was really starting to piss me off. So, especially because his channel's lame. And I don't care if he sees this, bite me. So, thought about it there for a while. And then I'm like, well, let's try Razor Sharp Media. Because it is only one form of media, but, you know, I'm doing different things, gaming, guns, whatever. And so that worked. Nobody else has that. If you type in Razor Sharp, one word, and then media, I'm the first one that comes up. My channel's the one that comes up. So I am sticking with that one for the time being. I probably won't change it. I like the sound of it. It's got a good ring to it. And I just kind of treat that as my channel. And another question that I've been getting is why not I just make the YouTube channel about my guns? Well, I thought about that, but there's only so much that I can do. And as I said in my most recent video, why am I going to put a gun on a workbench and just sit and talk about it? Nobody wants to listen to that crap. Maybe there's some people who just want to listen to me talk or just want to listen to somebody talk about it. But for the most part, look, I've been selling guns for a very, very long time. And I've been in the gun community for as long as I can remember. Trust me, most people don't really want to listen to that crap. They want to see it shoot. They want to see it perform. For the most part, see what it's capable of. And maybe some get into the real specifics. And probably, lastly, how it's taken apart and how to maintenance it. Outside of that, most consumers don't really care about the history of it. I'm not saying all channels do that, but that's one of the challenges with YouTube is that, especially versus TikTok, because you've only got a minute on TikTok. So what I did was just like, hey, I have this. It was a custom build, or if it was an older gun, it was made in so-so, chambered in blah, blah, blah. Just kind of do a pan view of it. And that was pretty successful for the most part. I got good feedback. But when it comes to YouTube, I mean, you have essentially an infinite amount of time that you can make a video now these days. Unlike back in the days where 15 minutes was your cutoff. But I mean, you can just talk endlessly like I'm doing now. And most people just don't want to hear that. You know, that's one of the things is that I wanted to try to keep the gun videos a little shorter unless I just had like a full arsenal to show. But even still, you know, you got to understand something. People's attention spans are short these days. And yeah, keeping that in mind, I'm coming up on 20 minutes here, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. But that's what I've been doing, and those are just my thoughts for this morning. If I decide to do something different with the channel, awesome. You know, we'll see what happens. But it's mostly just because I got free time on my hands, and that's really about it. So, Razor Sharp Media, everyone. Hope everyone is having a great day and staying safe. And if you're one of the longtime subscribers, thank you. Hope you're happy to see me back. And if you have any suggestions of what I can do on videos while I'm stuck here at home not doing a damn thing, please, by all means, let me know. So, thank you guys, and have a great one.